Hey everyone, I'm Amy Wilson here at the EQN Sports Desk, driven by Holiday Auto Group, coverage presented by Ranch Fuel, and we're here at the NRCHA Cal Power Quarter Horses Celebration of Champions. I get to be joined by Jordan Williams. Thanks for coming up.
Absolutely, thanks for having me.
So, a first-time World's Greatest Horseman entry. What made you make the decision to enter up?
I had a really good horse. Yeah, I've had him since he was 3. He's a wonderful horse. We contemplated entering last year, but we decided not to. I claimed it was because the horse wasn't ready, but I feel like it was probably more me than anything. And so we didn't, and then I showed him in all the open bridle specs at the majors this year, and he proved himself to be competitive, so I thought, why not?
Yeah, this horse is James Bond, an 8-year-old stud. Tell us more about him. You mentioned he was your first really good horse, and
yeah, he was.
It's been a journey.
It has been quite the journey. Yeah, he was the first really good horse I had. I got him when he turned 3. Showed him at the futurity. Ended up sitting second in the prelims going into the fence work, and we didn't get along down the fence, so that was pretty discouraging. And then tore suspensory, so he missed his whole 4-year-old year. And then as a 5-year-old, we made the finals at all the majors, and that horse would put us in a great spot going to the fence work, and I'd mess it up. We just had some trouble down the fence, and it was tough because it was such a great horse, and for me, it's a lot of this is about the horses. You want those good ones to be recognized and appreciated. So it was pretty disheartening for me because I felt like that horse got shorted. Mm-hmm. But through all of it, he was so forgiving and allowed me to continue to grow, and he put me in some of the biggest moments I had ever experienced in my career. And yeah, I didn't end up like we wanted it to, but through it all, it was a blessing, and then here we are. And yeah, it's just super exciting because I love that horse. He's taught me so much. And yeah, I just feel super blessed to be able to be here, really.
Yeah, and now you're getting to ride some of his babies too, right?
Yeah, we're riding some of his babies, and so far I'm liking them. So
that's good.
Always exciting.
So you mentioned he might have been ready. You didn't feel quite ready. What was the moment that you feel like you got to that point where you had the confidence to be a part of the world's greatest horseman?
Well, so that horse, when I showed him in the 2 rein, he was really good. And I double entered, I want to say it was Scottsdale. Mm-hmm. And I entered the Run for the Million qualifier and the open bridle spec. Well, 2 rein, you get to run your fingers through there, and in the open bridle, you have to have a closed fist. So when I made the transition, I thought we were ready, and there were some spots in there that I didn't have him near as broke as I thought I did. And so there was some of that at play. I did work on it, obviously, from there, but it just wasn't quite where I felt like we needed to be. And the thing of it is, I didn't want to put that horse in a position that he wasn't ready for, nor myself. And so it was one of those things like, well, let's just go show him in the open bridle for a full year. Let's kind of get some momentum, get some confidence, and come enter. So
you won a big event, and the confidence was there, and you entered. Well, we're excited that you're here, and it's off to a great start. A 222.5 in the herd work, a 222 in the rein. So let's take a look at that herd work, and you can tell us all about it as we watch it.
Yeah, so this is a Hereford that we really liked. She was in a great spot, so I knew as soon as started walking down there, that's where I was going to start. And this horse is just so much fun. He's so cowy. He just...
So pretty too.
Yeah, he is. He just has such a look about him, such a presence. Yeah, he's just such a good horse. Yeah, this is another cow that we liked. She wasn't necessarily a top pick of mine, but same thing. She was in a great spot, and these cattle for the world's greatest were just phenomenal. I mean, everyone got shown. Great showcase of great horses. It was really fun to watch. I mean, 8 full sets of just really, really good works.
That makes such a difference, and I've heard a lot of compliments about him, and also a bunch of heifers and the difference that can make.
Yeah.
So that's interesting information.
It's just such a different field than those steers,
Mm-hmm.
These things have a lot more feel. They want to kind of stay out away from you. They've got a good bubble. Yeah, and they just really allow you to showcase your horse. I mean, this is what you want. I mean, you really get to display your animal you know, sometimes it gets tough, like on those steers, they can get a little tight, and so they're right on top of you, and so we don't get to show them as loose as we'd like. So when we get to work those heifers that stay off away from you, you really get to show your horse, and it's a lot of fun.
I'm sure that felt really good. Did you expect the 222.5?
Does it sound bad if I said it didn't surprise me? Like, that horse is just,
it doesn't sound bad.
If you get tapped off, or if he gets tapped off on good cattle, I mean, that horse can do so many cool things. He's just, I mean, like I said, you watch him and you're drawn to him. So no, I felt really good about the run. He felt accurate. You know, there wasn't anything that stood out in my mind. So yeah, I mean, obviously you hope for a big score, and he felt good. So yeah, we were very fortunate, really.
Yeah, that's awesome. I didn't know, as you're going through it all, what's going through your mind as far as the numbers, and then when they announce it, I think that has to be a cool moment.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a cool moment. I really didn't even think about the score, because truthfully, we accomplished what we set out to do, and that was to cut 3 good cows and stay between them and the herd, and that's what we were able to accomplish. But yeah, so the score never really crossed my mind. I just knew it was like, you know, we did our job, so ultimately it's up to them anyway.
Yeah,
so.
Off to a great start with great scores, very consistent. So with the other 2 to come, what's on your mind?
I'm just going to keep trying to have fun with it. Yeah, I'm trying not to think about it a whole lot. Said my horse feels ready, and we've put in the time and the effort, so I'm just going to let it be what it's going to be.
I'm sure you've watched the finals over the years of World's Greatest Horseman.
Absolutely.
As you've been watching that, envisioning yourself being in one of those positions, take us through that.
Yeah, I mean, this is a Cowboys event. I mean, you get to have the steer stopping in it, and I haven't competed in it in the World's Greatest before, and I haven't roped a lot, you know, as far as backing in the box and out of the chute, but we roped a bunch growing up. I mean, that's what we did. That was fun. So yeah, this is just, that's just makes it even more fun. Like I said, this is a Cowboys event, and I've been dreaming of this moment, and like I said, I didn't want to enter unless I felt like I had a horse that was sure enough competitive. And yeah, I mean, without a doubt, James Bond has been awfully good for me.
Yeah, you definitely have that horse, and I can tell how much you love it. You mentioned roping a little bit when you were younger. How did you get into showing horses?
Well, so I went to Texas Tech to college, and they had a Texas Tech ranch horse team that Chris Wilson had set up, and he'd actually just left, and so they had a new coach. But anyways, I thought, why not? And so we entered, and that was my first experience to anything that was reined cow horse. And we weren't even competing in any reined cow horses. It was just RHA and the Stock Horse of Texas shows through the college. And but I mean, it's essentially a lot of the same events. So I got to learn, like, the showmanship side of it. I got to learn how to go show and just kind of have fun, you know, without the pressure of the training side of it. You know, obviously when I started training horses, then that changed some. But that's what introduced me to was the Texas Tech ranch horse team. Introduced me to the cow horse world.
Well, it's pretty exciting to see where you are now and the opportunity that lies ahead. And so great job. Best of luck. Anything else you want to add about this whole experience for your first time? Any advice you'd give anyone else who is thinking about it?
Well, if your gut tells you to enter, you should enter. But no, thank y'all very much for having me, and I've enjoyed it.
Well, it's been fun. We look forward to watching you throughout the rest. Jordan Williams joining me up here at the EQN Sports Desk. It's driven by Holiday Auto Group, coverage presented by Ranch Fuel. We've been talking about the world's greatest horseman. It's presented by Rayshell Ranch and Western Bloodstock. So we'll continue to bring you more from right here at the NRCHA Cow Power Quarter Horses Celebration of Champions. I'm Amy Wilson. Thanks so much for watching.